Chapter 77 Excellent Medical Skills 2. Xue Fanxin looked at the person who walked in. Even if his aura was powerful and his looks elegant, noble, and handsome, they were nothing special in her eyes. She treated everyone equally and casually said, "You are the young master that Steward Mo mentioned." Xue Fanxin's attitude, in Steward Mo's opinion, was disrespectful to the young master, so he reminded her, "Miss, young master is the future heir of the Heavenly Treasure Trading Company. His status is extraordinary. In my eyes, all living things are equal. No one is nobler than others, and no one is lower than others. A special identity can only improve the quality of your life, not the value of your life. What a good, all living things are equal. Perhaps this is the so-called benevolence of doctors. From this, it can be seen that you are a benevolent doctor." The man walked up to Xue Fanxin and sat down beside her. Stretching out his hand, he said politely, "My surname is Gu Jinyuan. I hope you can treat me." Xue Fanxin did not say much. She had a favor to ask him, so she had no choice but to check his pulse. "Your injuries have been there for 10 years. Over time, you have relied on various precious spirit pills to survive. There are even quite a few experts who are willing to consume their cultivation to extend your life. Otherwise, you would have died long ago." Gu Jinyuan did not expect Xue Fanxin to diagnose his situation so clearly just by taking his pulse. Normal physicians could not do it. Even advanced physicians would have to put in a lot of effort to understand his condition. It seemed that the rumored foolish miss from the Duke's estate really had some ability. Xue Fanxin did not know that Gu Jinyuan was already aware of her identity. Even if she knew, she would not care. At this moment, she had already started treating Gu Jinyuan. "I'll use acupuncture to control your injuries first, then give you a prescription. I'll come back again in 3 days." Over the past 10 years, Gu Jinyuan had seen quite a few doctors. He had searched for almost all the famous doctors in the Tongguxuan continent. Even the famous divine doctor was helpless about his injuries. After checking his pulse, he kept shaking his head and sighing, his face filled with helplessness. However, Xue Fanxin's reaction was completely different, shocking him greatly. A brief checkup and explanation later, she directly started the treatment. From the beginning to the end, she did not show any helplessness. It was as if she was treating an ordinary patient. "Miss, can you really treat my injuries?" Gu Jinyuan asked carefully, afraid to receive that despairing answer. "To me, this is not a serious injury. It's just that it has been dragged on for too long. Your internal organs are very weak. If you're not careful, you'll die. From now on, don't be too emotional. If you can avoid using force, don't use force. Focus on recuperation and try to calm yourself," Xue Fanxin said. As she performed acupuncture, using the yin-yang 9 needles art to treat Gu Jinyuan. The yang needle technique in the yin-yang 9 needles art was a life-saving divine technique. Although it was just a simple needle insertion, it contained incomparably profound spirit techniques. Not only that, but it could also range a needle technique array and use it to treat injuries. Although Gu Jinyuan did not understand these silver needles, he could sense a strange power on them. It was treating his dying body. Before long, he felt a warm current flowing through his body, making him feel much more comfortable than before. He finally saw hope for survival. Xue Fanxin used a unique method to remove the needles, then said to the nearby Steward Mo, "Please prepare a brush and ink for me." Steward Mo had been watching Xue Fanxin perform the needle art in a daze, so much so that he had forgotten what was going on. He only reacted when Xue Fanxin spoke to him. "Yes, I'll go prepare them immediately." He had not expected the useless miss from the Duke's estate to have such exquisite medical skills. It seemed like there was hope for the young master.